welcome to the Dad Edit. This is episode 1. I'm super excited. I can't wait. It's been a long time coming. I'm here with my buddy Jeff and my buddy Ryan, two dads that I respect tremendously, and I'm just trying to figure out how to be a father. I think this podcast for me came from a lack of resources out there. The first thing I did was look to podcasting to see if there's fatherhood tips, some advice, strategy, something. And I thought maybe you two gentlemen would want to put some of that content out there.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Most
absolutely.
definitely.
So I'll give a little bit of background on myself first. My name's Andrew. I'm a new father as of February. I just had a little guy. He's my first. I'm so fucking excited. I'm terrified, nervous, vulnerable. I'm excited. Everything. Already in the lead up when my girl was pregnant to having a kid, my expectations are blown.
Come on now.
I had what was gonna happen in my mind and how it was gonna roll out, even how the labor, pregnancy, all that. It was fucked. It was gone. Nothing worked the way that I wanted.
Reality check.
And I feel like that's maybe fatherhood.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, if you want to introduce yourself and where your family dynamic is.
Yeah, I've been parenting for 13 years, 13 and a half, co-parenting. So, but, we're getting along and we live right across the street from each other. So the kids jump back and forth between houses. And yeah, it's a great bit. It's working out real well. Kids are happy. They've got their hobbies and interests and they're both their own unique people. And I'm excited to see where it goes. And it's been a journey so far.
How old are they again?
13 and 9.
13 and 9.
Yeah.
So I'm at 2 months. Jeff's at 13 and 9,
Yeah.
2 kids, a boy and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting. So he's at his, not in high school yet, right?
Not yet, but they're thinking about it.
They're getting ready. That's a big move. I was so scared going into high school. It was such a change for me.
Yeah. So it'll be good. A couple more years, and the older one will be driving, which is crazy, man.
That's scary.
It goes fast.
You blink.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So how about you?
So my name's Ryan. Going on 21 years of marriage.
Nice. Yeah.
Got 3 beautiful girls.
Yeah.
My oldest is married and blessed me with a granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have my middle. She started university this year.
Wow.
She's driving.
Huh.
Yeah. And then there's my youngest that's prepping for college.
Wow.
Jeez,
Man.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
It's been a journey.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's so crazy to think, like, and you're such a young guy too. Like,
Yeah.
you're not old. You look younger than me.
There we go. Okay.
You've
Looks
got-
can be deceiving sometimes.
You've got
but
these
yeah.
kids so far out, so far into their life. They're starting their adulthood. They're starting their parenting journey.
Yes.
Crazy. I can't even fathom my little dude who is so helpless on a couch. We got to take care of everything, that he's going to be there one day.
Yeah.
I know. I remember a night where I was driving to go pick up something from the store, and I pull up to a stop sign. I see these 2 kids, like high school age, walk down the street, and my girl was pregnant at that time. They hadn't had her kid. And I got emotional looking at these kids, thinking that's going to be my son walking his girlfriend through town.
Right.
And it just, like, it hit me so hard to think, like, he wasn't even born at that time, and I was already thinking,
Oh yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're raising a person. This is a being.
Yeah.
This is, they're gonna have to go on to have their own life. They're gonna be their own individuals, and how you prep them is so important.
Absolutely.
So important. Everything that you pour into them.
100%. It's clay right there, and you have to mold it, right?
Yeah.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
No one tells you what to fucking do.
Hey.
There's I think one of the problems is, this podcast is probably a contributor, there's so much information out there.
Right.
Exactly.
Everything that I read contradicts something else that I've read. So I think, one of my goals with this podcast is not to act as a professional. I don't know fuck all, but to share my experience and the things that I've tried, and hopefully share with you guys the successes as well as the failures. Hey, tried this, fucked that up.
Yeah.
Here's what I've learned. Or, hey, Ryan, this is what I want to try. What are your thoughts? Like,
Right.
what did you do with this? That's really what I want to do with this podcast. And I think that the 3 of us, at very different stages have a lot of input.
Yeah.
I'm just enthusiastic
Yeah.
about what's going on. I think I got a clue.
I could say this transparency is key with this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
If we're gonna
Yeah.
do something that
Yeah,
better
absolutely.
for others.
It's a real
know,
podcast
real-
for
real talk.
real dads.
And I will say, not to get into our careers too much, but we're all fairly blue collar folk.
Yes, sir.
We're out there working our nuts off, putting in 8 to 12-hour days, trying to do our best by our families. So I hope that the crowd that we draw is relatable in this sense. There's a vulnerability that I want to share on this podcast. There's things that in my daily life you just kind of move on and do what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
But I wanted, like you said, be transparent in this podcast, be vulnerable in this podcast, and trying to open up about the difficulties that we face. I really want to focus on growth, connection, and what fatherhood in modern times means. I think we've all got very different upbringings,
Yes.
and I'd love to draw the comparison to that. What fatherhood looked like to us, or in my case, the lack of fatherhood looked like to us in our past, and what we want to do in today's day and age, and what that looks like.
Yeah.
So I think fatherhood, especially in the last 10 years, has changed drastically from a strict hard father. Now we're expected to be much more emotionally connected. And I think navigating that's difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult.
It's a different day and age for dads than when we were young and
Oh, absolutely.
and yeah, I think it's for the better though.
I think so. I think that having emotional intelligence is super important for us,
Yes, I agree with that. Big
which is
time.
good.
Yeah.
And I think that, that's kind of why to me, the podcast name, The Dad Edit, us editing our behaviors, our lifestyles, our methods and strategies is so important. You have to be adaptable to an ever-changing environment.
Man, as society changes, like we said,
Mhm.
tools that we have available to us changes.
Oh, absolutely.
The way we think has to change.
Oh yeah.
Because the kids that we love and that we're raising are being raised in the society, having different point of views. Not like when we were growing up,
Yeah.
keep it silent, seen, not heard.
Yep.
It's very important with our kids, I feel, to allow them to have that voice,
For sure.
And teaching them that it's okay to be, what we're doing right now, it's okay to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think that you can't live in that vulnerability all the time. There's still a hardness that's expected to be used in this world.
Yeah.
But it's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to get into your feelings, express yourself, and then cope in a healthy way.
I'm going to be honest, man, like that part right there was raising 3 girls. Just the way I was brought up, that was hard for me, right? To be vulnerable, to, express. But then I'm blessed with 3 women.
They taught
And
you.
kind of now forced to deal with my emotions and my feelings so I could have that communication I always wanted, or that love that I always wanted growing up with my girls, right?
Beautiful.
And that's so amplified in your household. Like it's all girls.
Man.
That's tough. That's tough. I don't, I was very excited to have a boy or a girl regardless. Having a boy was almost like a little bit of a relief because like I know a boy. Maybe I don't know today's day and age a boy, but at least I've experienced it, right? I know the kind of big emotions that a boy can feel.
Yeah.
It was terrifying thinking about raising a girl. And then to have 3,
My friend.
holy.
Yeah. Reality check. That's all. Reality check and rolling with the punches, and yeah.
You learn something new every day.
And your grandkid, boy, she
is a girl. Yes.
You got all females in that family.
So this is funny to me.
You're right.
When I was younger, I'm a strong believer, have faith, right? I used to pray all the time. I want to be in a house full of women. Different style.
Different kind.
I could tell
you got what you asked for.
Because I got what I asked for.
Yeah.
Oh,
The universe listened. It says, no problem, Ryan, I got you.
My gosh. Yeah.
That's great.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I've ran into your daughter once with Anto at the gym. Looks exactly like you.
Yeah.
Holy. Such a respectful young woman. I didn't interact with her. But I just seen her with Anto and navigating through the gym. Just
Yeah, very
carries herself very well.
yeah, very strong-minded woman, young woman.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that young woman, huh? That teen, very independent, very vocal. Yeah, this girl.
I can't wait to get into the things that in your mind led to these independence, the strength, the the ability to feel comfortable with them going out to college and starting their life and being now a parent and your oldest one. I'm excited to dive into what that is. 'Cause it's so fascinating to me that, we're creating a person. Everything that you put into this person that I put in now, I will see in your phase, right?
100%, brother. It's all about it's all about the beginning, right? The starting of the race. For my situation, being married 21 years, we both were on the same page of expectations for our lives, for our children's lives, right? So we both knew what we wanted to pour into these kids, and we stuck by our guns. And in the end, I'm telling you, it's all about what you decide to put as a standard in your own life and their lives, right?
You guys had a vision and you worked hard.
100%.
You were present every day, working towards that goal, that vision, and look at you now.
It wasn't easy,
You know?
the consistency is hard. I can tell you that, boys. One of the hardest things being consistent with what you lay out.
Yeah.
Because life starts lifing and you get tired, and you still trying to build your own thing too. To follow your own dreams, but it's all about being consistent with discipline, with the love that you show, things like that.
You do your best every day.
Every day,
It's beautiful.
give thanks.
I can tell, like, I've even started to take on hobbies where I feel like maybe my son in the future will want to participate. Like this is, I've reached out to you guys like, hey, do you want to get into golf? I've had no fucking interest
Yeah.
my whole life in golf. And then all of a sudden this like fatherly urge to go to the golf course.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like a subconscious thought of that's something that I can share with a kid. And it's never a like, oh, I want to get into golf so I can go with the boys and leave the kid at home.
No.
My first thought was like, this is a hobby that I can do that maybe he can do. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or getting into, kickboxing again.
Yeah.
This is a hobby that I can get healthy doing
Well, that's important.
that maybe he wants to do.
Yeah.
I want to try and emulate the things that I want him to do.
Amen.
I'm a big gamer. I don't want to emulate him sitting on a computer for 14 hours a day. I love it. But that's not the life that I want him to lead.
You got to show him that there's a balance. You got to take care of your body,
Yeah.
your health. You're doing something important for your future self, which will help you last longer and be around for him for as long as you possibly can. And then teach him, maybe bring him in, and you guys could spar. And it's a great bonding activity. And, you can't go wrong with.
I think the importance to that, like Ryan said, is consistency. So I'm making sure that, if I get into golf, that I'm consistent. I see it through to the end, that I put myself into it. Or Thai boxing is that consistency is what's so important. I think that might be a underlying theme in a lot of these episodes potentially is consistency.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, in the younger years, like these kids, they're developing, their minds are developing, right? As they grow, they absorb so much their surroundings, and that don't take it lightly.
No.
For what you do
Yeah.
without speaking,
Mm.
your actions,
Right.
they absorb that in, brother.
Oh, yeah.
So that consistency of going to the gym or golfing,
Yeah.
as they grow, they see that, they remember that, they wanna copy that. They want, they set that as values for themselves. It's all through the actions too. The consistency of your actions is not always about using those words. It's walking the walk, right?
For sure.
That's sometimes more important. Like
That's the toughest part, man. Like there's do as I say, not as I do. But all they see is as you do, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm noticing a lot right now. After maybe 5 years ago, things that the person I was has rubbed off now.
Yes.
I'm seeing like my son's getting into music. I was a big music guy, and 5 years ago, the music I was playing around them is the interest of them right now, you know.
Interesting.
Just that's just an example, like a small example in tastes, and but I'm starting to see those things pop up a lot, like
And you weren't
5 years ago.
pushing
things-
it,
No, no, no.
which
Just
is what's crazy.
cooking in the kitchen, listening to one of my favorite artists, and now my son's listening to those same artists, and he's cooking in the kitchen and really enjoying himself in there, being creative and coming up with recipes and cooking dinner for us and
Yeah, man.
learning and eating.
Love that.
It's cool.
It's so cool. It's so cool that, being at where I'm at, there's this blank slate. And there's some DNA as to where they're going to go and who their personality is going to be, but there's so much that gets formed. This, sharing your interests or watching and seeing, oh, that's cool. I like this. Their environment, how much influence their environment has, and not being paralyzed by controlling every aspect of their environment,
Yes.
but helping them navigate the environment that they're in.
Yes.
It's so cool. I'm absolutely fascinated at watching a person develop and the psychology behind that. And I think we've talked just behind the scenes. It's very much like compound interest. Like what you pour into them compounds out throughout their life, and they become this person. The more you pour into them, the more you get back.
100%.
Right. And that's I know so far, my boy being 2 months and a couple of days, all I do is spend time with him.
Yeah.
Just get in his face, trying to make him laugh, get him smiling, let him know he's safe. When he cries, I pick him up. I'm not a big leave him and let him cry. I want him to always feel safe, feel guarded, feel protected. And it feels every ounce of worth it. I'm not focused on work. Nothing matters at work. I can tell you that now. Whereas I was stressed up before because we got to meet deadlines, or I'm having personnel issues or whatever. There is no more work stress. All of my mental focus and energy is at home.
Yeah.
And it's dialed in on what issues do we got at home? How can we get him into this next milestone? Is he being fussy? How's his sleep? And it's just nothing else matters. Everything else is so easy.
Look what he said right there.
Yeah.
As soon as they had this blessing,
Yep.
the stress went away at work, right?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. The focus
The
changed.
balance, the focus changed. Yeah. And that's what children will do to you. Family does to you. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a sense of importance,
Yeah.
for one, and a sense of relief.
Yeah.
Because you're grinding every day, hard, grinding before the family. You're grinding it out. You're going home. You're thinking about work. You leave that shit at the door now. You can't wait to get home to this little man. You know what I'm saying?
Easily. And it's things that I see, because I'm a big I love self improvement and growth.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. Leave it at work. My kid, I'm not taking away from my kid's time sitting in front of him thinking about how I'm going to handle this personnel issue the next day.
Oh yeah.
I'll handle it when I get to work.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here for this, this young man. He's never going to remember what I'm doing right now, but I will see the benefit in the future through consistency, through this pouring in now. He's not going to say, oh, Dad, I remember you staying up at 3 a.m. with me when I was 2 months old, but I know that there's an impact here, and I know that it's worth it. A, for me, for my partner, and for this little boy that I got.
Come on now.
And you'll remember those moments at 3 a.m. too, like
Oh, yeah.
falling asleep beside their crib at 3 a.m. and
Tucking his little soother back into his mouth every 10
up.
minutes.
Yeah, you got to get up for work at, I don't know, 5, 6, I don't know. You're going to remember that, and then it's going to be worth it.
I'm going to remind him. I'll tell you that. I'm going to remind him.
It feels that tight bond, right?
Yeah,
Real tight bond.
For sure.
Yeah, that part's
Something
for
was
you, too.
lacking when you're growing up, for myself, whereas,
I get so jealous of my girl because she spends all day with him.
Yeah.
Honest to God, and it's nothing like, oh, they're just hanging out.
Yeah.
None of that. It's that bond that she gets all day, and I'm so jealous of it. I give my girl a kiss in the morning. I look over my boy's crib. I say, "See you, buddy," and then I take off, and all I think about is like, "Fuck, they're gonna get up in a couple hours. They're gonna get to hang out." Because I know on the weekends, I pick them up out of the crib. We go out to the couch. I let mom sleep for a little bit longer, and me and him just lock eyes and hang out and play and laugh. and I miss that every damn day.
Mm.
But it's obviously it's worth it.
Man.
That's the the rules that we've decided on.
Yeah.
But golly, I miss that.
Come on,
man.
big man.
I'll miss as soon as I leave.
Yeah.
Miss him.
Yeah, but in a couple of years when he's walking and talking, when you get home, he's gonna come running to
Can't
the door.
wait.
Big, that was one of the greatest feelings when, like, especially us being blue collared and working, we're hard working men. Working them 12-hour shifts, bro. You're tired as hell, but then as soon as you get home,
Yeah,
everyone is focused on you.
yeah, they're happy to see you.
That's a wild feeling. That gave me goosebumps to
Big
just
man.
think about. I never thought of
Not
it that way.
everyone understands that
Oh,
that
yeah.
feeling, like
Yeah,
of appreciation. Like, these people love me, bro.
yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
they need me here, So it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grind this out
Look, that wasn't a hard day no more.
at
Yeah.
all.
When you come home to that, I could see like that's powerful.
Mm.
yeah,
That's sick. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for us to dive into some topics.
Yeah.
You know, I'm probably gonna selfishly use this as a way to just ask y'all questions. As my kids going into daycare, Jeff, what the fuck do we do? What do we do here? I'm talking to Ryan here. How did you prepare your kids' mental health? How did you get them into high school? How did you prep them to want to go to university or college? How do they feel going into parenthood? These are all the questions that I'll probably just selfishly be pulling from you guys. I really want to dive into parenting strategies, work-life balance, mental health, the hilarious chaos of dad life.
Yeah.
I want to look at maybe going into hacks that save our insanity. I like the word that we use here, consistency, and maybe creating an episode based around consistency and how do we create consistency at home. I also want to tackle some of the big stuff, teaching our kids resilience in a fast-paced world. I think these are all topics that I'm super excited about. I hope our listeners are just as excited. I would love to hear from our listeners. What are some expectations that you had going into parenthood, fatherhood, that you had set that were completely wiped? You were over here in left field. The ball went to right field. You weren't prepared for.
Yeah.
Nothing had you ready for. I'll say one of the things that I thought about was the nursery. I thought I got to get the nursery ready. I get the baby's crib set up. I get this little change table because this is going to be a station. I'm going to put them down. I didn't really read or know that the kid fucking sleeps directly with you pretty much for the first year.
Yeah.
So I was stressed. I'm so stressed leading up to, go time and getting this ready, getting everything sorted, getting everything perfect in there. That crib is a fucking storage unit right now.
Right? Exactly.
I put him in there to play with it because I feel like he needs to be in it
Yeah.
at some point, but we posted up on the couch. Like, what was more important for me in those first couple weeks was like a little trolley with all this diapers and shit, something mobile. We slept on the couch. We didn't touch our bed for the first month.
Yeah.
That was a big expectation. I thought right away you put them in the nursery, you set up your camera, they go to sleep, you come back, grab them, change them, whatever. Not even close. Wasn't even close.
The reality of the fact is,
yeah.
get all that prep, but the reality of the fact is,
It means nothing. We're
Come
sleeping on the couch. He's in a little snuggle me next to us. Thank God, though, those first couple weeks, like you just put him down, he just goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And we could just leave him. Then we could get mom and dad time. We could relax, try and do some laundry, fall asleep. But yeah, my expectation, especially in the beginning, was he's going to be in this crib. We got to get this room prepped, and there was so much stress around that, and we don't even use it.
hey, the expectation was there. You had a plan. It didn't work out to be that way, but you adjusted. That's what you adjust with the punches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's good to have a plan for anything in life, but the reality, the fact is life, and you got to adjust to it.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean? So
Absolutely.
that little example right there of prepping, painting, making sure everything's right before the baby comes
Oh, man.
was irrelevant in the end.
Meant nothing.
Couch that was there the whole time, like, hey, this is where we're gonna.
Well, you know what? It is important to do that because you two's carved out space for your new member of the family, and it was like a turning point in your lives where it's like, okay, we're starting this chapter here, and it's a physical manifestation.
Yeah, hell yeah.
New chapter.
Yeah,
Is good. It's good.
I like
Whether it
Yeah.
collects dust or not, it doesn't matter.
It's where we store extra diapers, clothes. We just put it all in the crib. It's easy access, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage our listeners, if there is a listener, one of you, 10 of you in this first episode, share a story. Hit us up on Instagram, Threads, or X. Use the hashtag #TheDadEdit and tell us about an expectation that you had that didn't quite work out. I would love to hear that. It doesn't have to be from the beginning. That's just my story. If it's, going into elementary school, it's going into high school, it's getting ready for university. If you have a story that you want to share like that, by all means, please reach out. We're going to close up, I think, this episode. And I just want to say, whether you're a brand new dad, a seasoned professional, or somewhere in between, we're here to celebrate wins, laugh at the fails, and figure this dad thing out together. Hopefully, you find this relatable and you can enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it. I just want to talk and express the stupidities that I go through and hopefully celebrate a couple wins. Please subscribe, share this podcast, follow us on social media. You should find all of our socials at the Dad Edit and then our name. So at the Dad Edit Jeff, the Dad Edit Ryan, and the Dad Edit Andrew. And remember, if life doesn't come with a manual, but it does come with dad jokes, we'll see you next time.